Okay, this is the west wall. We have brick exterior. Okay, that's the kitchen vent fan up there. Vinyl windows, these are called weeps. And these weeps are supposed to have little weir traps, little flappers inside of there. It's a very inexpensive. This one has one, if you could see that. This one does not have one, if you can see that. Okay, you have a parge coat around the foundation perimeter. Okay, the parge coat is like a cake frosting. It's just smeared across there to give a nice uniform appearance. It's a cosmetic. These are called your weep holes. They allow any moisture that's in the wall to escape. So if you come up over here, over your lintels, your window lintels, you'll see that you also have weep holes, and you're supposed to have that. We have two water heaters. This one is the north side water heater. The pressure relief valve is not supposed to discharge higher from the ground than 6 inches. These rain gutters are supposed to discharge water 10 feet away from the structure. These splash blocks have been laid out backwards. They should have been turned around. Every builder does this. I don't know why. I don't know what they're trying to prove. Excuse me, that is not the kitchen vent fan. That is the fresh air induction hood for the HVAC system. This is the kitchen vent fan. These are called expansion joints or control joints. We're supposed to have those. Our venting system for the house, we've got ridge vents on the roof top, and these are soffit air intake vents. They're continuous soffit air intake vents. We're going to want to see continuous soffit baffles when we get into the attic. Come along here, splash box laid out backwards. If I get on the roof, it's going to be from this angle over here. This is the only place that's even close to being accessible for me. We have a gas port on the patio. That's a nice feature. Okay, however, if you have a gas grill out here, you should check the manufacturer's instructions, because a lot of manufacturers do not recommend you install a gas grill underneath the patio cover and soffit air intake. Moving along, okay, this was the west side. Now we're moving along the south side. These faucets are lead free. There's notices on them. Okay, this is your lawn sprinkler weather sensor. We're coming through the gate. Everything looks pretty non-eventful. This is nice. We expect that. New construction. This is the south water heater, and you'll notice that it is 6 inches from the ground. That one's not too high. You have two air conditioning systems, two cooling systems. These are the condensing units. They're located on the north side. The electric meter is located on the north side, and it's below grade. And this is a nice feature right here, this sliding sleeve, because a lot of them become separated. This is your main service disconnect. These are electric service disconnects for the air conditioning units. Okay, so we've got brick and masonry. The exterior light fixtures have been sealed. That's good. Good. Garage car door entry has been cut, so it's not in contact with it. Good, good, good. Electric service panel is inside the garage south wall. This red dot was installed by me. Initially, this arc fault would not trip when tested mechanically, and now it does. So I don't want to write it up for, just because I'm bored, but it didn't, so it caused me to make note of it. It won't be a deficiency because it's working. It's currently working. GFCI, GFCI. This is the main, this is the inside garage. Okay, west interior wall. This is the main shut-off valve for the water system, which, by the way, is 100 psi. The water pressure is too high for this house. The garage door should have a self-closing spring on it, which it does not have. garage door opener, the button's high enough, you have a caution notice on the door, by the opener. On the door itself, which is a wooden door, on the wooden door you have a spring tension, but you do not have a safety notice. The manual door lock has been decommissioned on purpose to help prevent accidental damage to the door, and the optic sensors are closer to the garage floor than 6 inches. However, the control wire next to these little staples right here, they should have been insulated, and they're not. Coming over here, we have the weep holes over the garage, which we expect and we want. Wood mulch next to the house, that's conducive to wood-destroying insects, termites underneath the eave. It's kind of a stretch, I get that, but it is what it is. Now, these semicircular lintels over these windows, headers over these windows, they do not have weeps on them. And that's fairly common. I kind of think they should, but it's not about what I think. Now, up here, let's go up. Okay, there's the roof line, and then there's a metal flashing that goes underneath the shingles above the fascia board. And that flashing is supposed to lap 10 inches. And it hardly ever does. I get that. You probably never have a problem with it. I get that too. The manufacturer says that it should lap 10 inches. So these laps are all short. Now this one over here, that one's a little different. You got a gap on the north side of the front portico. The top layer right there is a gap. Okay, let's zoom you out, me out, us out. Let's go out. A tree shouldn't be placed within 25 feet from a slab foundation structure. Now, having said that, the homeowners association is probably going to override any comment about this. These are the main drain cleanouts. We're in the front flower bed, the main drain cleanouts to the house. I'm going to look inside that irrigation box. Well, let's see if we can do it right now. Easy. Okay, I do not know what's inside of that box because the main shutoff valve is on the garage wall. So it's covered with mud. There may be a valve in there. It wasn't required. That's just kind of a mystery. Coming along, we're back to the north side. I mentioned before, I measured the water temperature at 100 psi. This is the gas meter. It's nice and high off of the ground. It's nice and painted, and it's electrically bonded. There's the bonding for the gas system. Coming on along, we have completed a tour around the house exterior, including the garage and some other elements. There's that. Let's zoom in a bit. That gap, it's all fuzzy now, that gap right up there over this window. That's not a gap actually, but the lap was insufficient.